Shalom, brothers and sisters. Your brother ISRAELITES from the Northern Kingdom brings some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And before I start, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, Rakakadash, that Yahweh, being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya, it's Yahweh, the creator of all, the Ancient of Days. Yahweh. Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh, Assyrian Hebrew, right? There you go. So Yahweh, Bahashem is in the name of Yahweh Shai, which is the name of his son, be seated at the right hand of the Father. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, okay, which means he is salvation. And here he is in the Assyrian, Yahweh Shai, okay, not Jesus. Jesus is a Greek or Latin, right? He's a Hebrew, just like his father's a Hebrew. So we're calling upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the names of salvation. Okay? And we give double honor to elders in GMS where we learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down in the highways and byways. Giving the 100% truth day and night. Shalom to you. And shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, a Bakar and the Hebrew. They're about to be saved. The house of David being built up once again. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations but return to the house of Israel and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. So we're going to do this video I was watching, and it's called Afterlife. And it's a documentary of what happens after you die. And these are people that have had what you would call, they see the light and they have experienced it, and they ask people, and this is this is maybe 10 days old, this video. So this is taken in Southern California and 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, which is a very wealthy area, very touristy area. You have a lot of people of different ethnicities, tourist place. So I saw the question and I was just like, man, Jake, you threw, man. You are them dry bones in Ezekiel 37, man. Jake is just done, man. There's nothing that can be done. These people are 2/3 and there's nothing. The Lord doesn't want it. These people are being rejected. Okay, so let's hear what is the response of Jake. Okay, Jacob, Israel. Okay, these are God's chosen people. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. So before I start, I want to give fair use, okay, because this video is not mine, and I'm going to comment it. So this is not infringed on copyright, called fair use and allowed for purposes, criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, right? Because this is not my video, but I am going to comment it for educational purposes and for the gospel's sake, right? So we're going to hear what these individuals have to say about what he died, what happens afterwards. Remember, these are so-called Christians for the most part.
I think that nothing happens. I think, that's a cycle of life. People die and it's over with. I don't think there's any mystical ascension or anything of that sort.
I guess I won't be seeing.
So nothing happens. That's what Jake said. Nothing happens. This is a big old cornbread eating nigga, right? Whose response is that crusty, dry bread he's been eating, man. So let's see if his I don't know if it's his wife or his sister or his whatever. We're gonna see what this woman who came with him will have to say about it.
And so, that's what I think happens. You do go to heaven or hell, just depending on
I think that nothing happens. I think, that's the cycle of life. People die and it's over with. I don't think there's any mystical ascension or anything of that sort.
I guess I won't be seeing him in heaven. That's where I'm going. So, yeah, that's what I.
So you hear that? I don't think I will be seeing him in heaven because he believes in something else, right? Because a house divided cannot stand. If he believes in one thing and she believes in another, then that ain't going nowhere. All right, you can't be going. One person be going to church and another person's smoking an 8-ball. They ain't gonna go nowhere. Okay, so they believe in different things, and if they're together, it ain't gonna last. All right, but she's responded, "I'm going to heaven." Right? Let's see what she says.
I think happens. You do go to heaven or hell, just depending on, I guess what you.
Heaven or hell. Okay, false doctrines being taught by the devil himself. Okay, and here this woman regurgitating things that are not from the scriptures. Right now, hell is mentioned, but it is not the hell and the doctrine that they have sold you. Okay.
You go through life. So I guess I subscribe to the Christian point of view.
The Christian point of view, right? And the Bible is not a Christian book. It's a Hebrew book. Okay? It's not a Catholic book. It's not a Jehovah's Witness book. It is a Hebrew Israelite book, brothers and sisters, right? The records of Jacob. Okay? The inheritance of the 12 tribes.
I think about the finality of it, and I think about that. I don't want to think about it.
Well, I think.
She didn't want to think about it, right? Because these Edomites, I'm not saying she's an Edomite. I'm just saying per se, because here's a Moabite, a Chinese person, and let's see what she has to say. Confucius say, well, the Edomite didn't even want to think about it, right? It's unfathomable that they're not in control. But let's see what this Moabite has to say.
When people die, it's just like candle is blown out. People die, and spirit cannot exist without a body. That's my thought.
Okay, that's not too bad of a response, that the spirit cannot exist without the body. So that is true. That is true. But she's more of I guess, an Eastern philosophy kind of say, more of Ori-Rai, right, from the East. Let's see. Let's continue on because we got more Jakes in here.
I guess, either you go to heaven or hell. What you believe in?
I guess you go to heaven and hell. Okay, another so-called Christian. And let's see what he's continuing to say. Man, look at his hair. Okay, his mama did his shit, right? Look at his tattoos. Jake is done, bro. Okay?
What you do here on earth is what's going to happen to you after you die. You bad? If you're good, you go to heaven. If you're bad, you go to hell, I guess.
You hear that? Man-made doctrines that are not in the scriptures. They cannot show you a scripture, but that's what our people believe. They have been deceived by the serpent. Okay? The so-called Edomites, the so-called Caucasian race. Okay?
I know for a fact, yes.
I know for a fact. You hear that? The audacity of Jake. I know for a fact. Book, chapter, verse. I want it. I want to hear it.
Personally, my grandmother, she said she had died when she had my father. When she had my father. So she told me about the tunnel, but I didn't believe her, and I almost died. I almost drowned when I was like 7 years old. So I saw the tunnel, but I woke up. Swear to God.
So you saw the tunnel?
Yeah.
Swear to God. But hey, he had an experience, He had an experience when he was a young boy, 7 years old.
I just never made it. Just woke up.
Wow. Did your life flash before your eyes?
Definitely. But I was small. I was 7 years old, bro.
Oh, you were 7?
7 years old.
It's just this endless thing, just like here and right now, like here in this interview. And
so let's see what Kenny G has to say about
different stages, and it's like the play is always different. It's always a different script. It's always a different movie, but it's the same soul always going through.
You hear that? You hear that? Different movie, same soul. This has been the most correct answer so far according to the scriptures, and we're going to prove it.
So that's what I believe.
Okay, so, hey, we don't know if this is an Edomite, but he had more understanding that correlates with the scriptures than anybody else. So let's go to the scriptures. And let's see. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything thereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before. So when you see a baby, people go, oh, look at this baby. He's so new. He's so beautiful. This baby's been here before. Okay? And these are the writings of King Solomon, the preacher. Okay? If you didn't know. The wisest man that has ever lived. So let us continue. And there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come afterwards. So I'm going to read it in the Good News Translation, GNT. Okay. Yep, Good News Translation. So this is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. What has happened before will happen again. What has been done before will be done again. There is nothing new in the whole world. Look, they say, here's something new. But no, it has all happened before. Long before you were born. No one remembers what has happened in the past, and no one in days to come will remember what happened between now and then. That G&T's cold, man. It really gives you more understanding than the King James. But that's why we have to go to the best version and get that wisdom understanding for the elect's sake. Okay, so that was a very good translation, and it gives you more insight of this verse. You always got to give the good sense, Jake, you know. Let's get one more verse. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth. Remember, we came from the dust, okay? And we will return to dust, right? That's what they always read at the funeral, right? You come from dust, you return to dust. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit, okay, just like that Moabite woman, right? She said that the separation of body and spirit, that's all it is, which is death. And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. So where do murderers and rapists go? And child molesters? They all go back to the Father as well. There's no such thing as heaven, okay? When you die, we all spirits go to the Father. He is the Father of spirits. So it doesn't matter what you did, what you've done. You got to return. And he's going to read out your judgment. You rest for 3 or 4 generations. And then you return to the place of your judgment, which is the earth, right? What is this? In the book of Sirach, it says that the place, you will be returned to the place that is under the sun, the place of judgment, right? That looks like a ring. So, yes, that's what we're saying. And that's why Jacob is done, man. Jake is them dry bones, man. He didn't have it, man. He said nothing happens. The first Jake, man. Nothing happens. This guy said nothing happens. Big old corn breeding in it. Let me hear this shit again, man.
People die and it's over with. I don't think there's any mystical ascension or anything of that sort.
Yeah, he's done. Sorry, there's 2/3. There's nothing that the Lord wants from these 2/3, man, but for them to die, to get their judgment. And And we're going to see them in the kingdom, man. And you know, in the kingdom, it'll be a whole other place. They're going to realize, because they're going to come with their right mind. The women are going to be in the right mind. They're going to be beautiful, right? Everybody's going to be beautiful in the kingdom of heaven. But now, these people are lost. And most of these people, these are the same questions your fellow family members will give you. Lost in the sauce, right? Because everybody's been drinking from the cup that Esau has. Drinking the philosophies of this world. And I pray to God every day that the Lord has given me the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and had shown me the way through the men of the great millstone, the prophets of old that have returned, that has shown us the path. And we have not to stagger to stay on that path, whatever comes, because persecution is coming. We see it, and it's coming. The prophecies as we speak is unfolding, but we have to know that these dry bones ain't going to make it. You know, these dry bones are done, you know. Only the elect are going to repent, and faith will be found with the elect's sake. So call halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, Barakatham, Rakakedash, and he that have ears to hear, let him hear. Shalom.